This is everything you missed from the third week of the preseason. If you end up liking this video, please consider subscribing since it's free and it really helps a lot. Anyways, the last week of this year's preseason begins in Kansas. The first touchdown of the week came at the beginning of the second quarter on this 24-yard carry by Tyler Goodson. The Chiefs quickly got the lead back thanks to a great play by Shane Buechele and Matt Bushman, who scored a 54-yard touchdown just 4 minutes after the Packers had taken a 3-7 lead. Then we have the Texans hosting the 49ers. Houston turned their first drive into a touchdown as Damon Pierce took the ball into the end zone in 1st and goal. Both teams exchanged interceptions in the second quarter and there were no more scores in that first half. However, Davis Mills managed to get another touchdown for Houston on the 16-yard pass to Chris Moore. Friday begins with the Bills visiting the Panthers. To start off the game, quarterback Matt Barkley punted for the Bills on their first drive. This is thanks to Matt Araiza's legal situation, which I explained in this video if you want to check it out. Anyways, Baker Mayfield got the first touchdown of the game on this pass to Donta Foreman, and then he got a second one early in the second quarter, this time to Shi Smith to give the Panthers a 14-point lead, which would eventually turn into a 21-point shutout. Up next, we have the Seahawks visiting the Cowboys. Drew Lock made sure the Seahawks got off to a good start, getting a touchdown pass to Penny Hart with a few minutes left in the first quarter. The Cowboys slowly but surely came back from that 10-point deficit and managed to tie the game up on this Brandon Smith touchdown reception. Seattle got a 6-point lead, but Ben DiNucci got Dallas up by 1 as he scored a 14-yard touchdown with just over 4 minutes to go in the game. Jacob Eason got his shot at a game-winning drive but fumbled it away with less than 90 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The Seahawks then got yet another chance to win this game, but Jacob Eason made sure that didn't happen, throwing an interception with no timeouts left. Now we get the Saints hosting the Chargers. Mark Ingram made his presence be known early in the game as he scored 2 rushing touchdowns from inside the 3-yard line to get the Saints to a 14-0 lead. The Chargers got up to 10 points, but after a fumble, the Saints extended their lead back to 14 thanks to this 9-yard touchdown pass by Ian Book. And the last game of Friday was Patriots vs Raiders. Samir White got the first touchdown of the game on this 4-yard play. The Patriots got their only points of the game in these 2 field goals by Nick Folk, one being from 35 yards out and the other one being a 22-yarder. Las Vegas dominated the rest of the game and sealed their undefeated preseason with this 3-yard touchdown run by Braden Brown. Moving on, we have the Falcons hosting the Jaguars. The first half was kinda boring until we saw the 7-yard touchdown pass from E.J. Perry to get the Jaguars within a field goal as the second quarter was about to end. However, the Jaguars never got the lead back after that as the Falcons kept them at bay and finally sealed the win on this 4-yard touchdown run. Then we got a preseason Super Bowl rematch. Evan McPherson shined once again, having 3 field goals made in the first half, all of them from more than 35 yards. The Rams got their first and only touchdown of the game on this 3-yard run by Bryce Perkins, but they lost anyway. The Commanders then visited the Ravens. The first touchdown of this game came with just over 14 minutes in the second quarter, and it was a beautiful play by DeMarcus Robinson, who got the ball 67 yards into the end zone in a 2-play drive. The Ravens then took a 17-6 lead to start the fourth quarter, but Washington got the chance at tying the game up thanks to this 13-yard touchdown pass by Sam Howell. But unfortunately for Washington, the 2-point conversion failed, leaving the Commanders down by 2 to end the game. Moving on, we have the Dolphins hosting the Eagles. Tyreek Hill showed off the Jets on the very first play from scrimmage, getting the ball deep down the field. That play sets up the Dolphins to get the first score of the game on this 8-yard pass from Tua Tagovailoa. Miami gets up to a 17-0 lead and then got their third touchdown of the day on this 30-yard pick 6 by Elijah Campbell, and that was with just over 5 minutes left to go in the first half. The Dolphins kept pounding on the scoreboard until they got to 41, but the Eagles were at least able to score a touchdown on this 67-yard run by Jason Huntley in the middle of the fourth quarter. Philly was already dead, but the Dolphins still wanted more, and they scored yet another touchdown on this 39-yard pass from Skylar Thompson, who actually performed quite well this preseason. Moving on, we have the Bears going up against the Browns. Justin Fields opened up the scoreboard, getting a 22-yard touchdown pass to Ryan Griffin with just over 6 minutes left to go in the first quarter. That would be just the beginning, since Fields got a second touchdown at the beginning of the second quarter on this pass to Dante Pettis, and just 10 minutes later, he got the hat-trick on this 24-yard touchdown pass to Cole Kmet, getting the Bears up by 21. Cleveland slowly came back into the game and got the chance to win thanks to this 1-yard touchdown by Josh Rosen. However, the Browns went home empty-handed as the 2-point conversion to get the lead failed. Next up, we got the Cardinals visiting the Titans. Both Both teams exchanged scores, and Treylon Burks got his first career touchdown on display by Malik Willis late in the first half. Jared Guarantano would give Arizona a 1-point lead after scoring a 2-yard touchdown pass, but the Titans managed to get the ball into the end zone one last time to get a 3-point lead with less than a minute remaining in the game. Then we have the Colts against the Buccaneers. Tampa Bay got their first touchdown of the game on this 1-yard carry early in the second quarter, and Indianapolis answered with this 2-yard touchdown run by Philip Lindsay about 8 minutes later. Sam Ehlinger opened up the second half with an electric 45-yard touchdown run to get the Colts up by 11. And that was the last touchdown of this game, which the Colts went on to win by 3 scores. And to close out Saturday, we have the Broncos versus the Vikings. Minnesota scored the first touchdown of the game on a 1-yard run by Brian Kabak, but the Broncos got the lead right back thanks to Montreal Washington scoring a touchdown from 11 yards out. And just as we thought Minnesota was going to attempt a 2-minute drive, Denver gets another 7 points thanks to this scoop and score late in the first half. The Vikings never got the lead back after that, but at least they managed to score a 58-yard field goal to start the fourth quarter. Anyway, Sunday begins with the battle for New York. The first touchdown of the day comes in the second quarter in the form of a Giants pick 6, courtesy of Austin Calitro. The Jets, however, got 2 unanswered touchdowns right after that as Mike White led them to a 17-10 lead going into halftime. Davis Webb got an 18-yard touchdown pass to Austin Allen to give the Giants the lead, but Denzel Mims made sure the Jets kept up with the pace as he scored a 29-yard touchdown with just over 7 minutes left in the game. The Giants got a field goal and the Jets got their chance at tying the game in 4th down, but instead they went for the touchdown and got it, getting the victory over the Giants to get an undefeated preseason. And finally, we got the Steelers hosting the Lions. Pittsburgh had trouble moving the ball early but managed to score 3 field goals to start the game. Mitch Trubisky finally got a touchdown for the Steelers on the 6-yard pass to Steven Sims. Deontay Johnson and TJ Watt left the game with injuries, but it doesn't seem like anything concerning. Anyways, David Blau managed to give the Lions a touchdown late in the fourth quarter to get a final score of 9-19. So that's the end of the preseason, and if you want to see these weekly recaps on the regular season as well, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching and see you next time.